Peace and welcome to all of my beautiful, dope crown heads. Y'all go ahead and take this time out right now to like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And most importantly, hit that notification bell. That way, you guys can be notified and alerted when we go live in the future. Today, you guys, we are joined by our beautiful, lovely special guest by the name of Kendra, okay? And she is joining us from her platform by the name of The Crimson Cure. You guys, my crown heads, you guys came to me and you told me, hey, you need to hook up with Kendra. I got it's feedback.
It's feedback.
Yeah.
Is it
Okay, it's
still?
gone now. It's
Okay,
gone
good.
now.
Okay.
But you guys came to me and you told me to, link up with Kendra from the Crimson Cure, and I went and checked her out. And sis was dropping all the jewels scientifically. She was pulling up the screens, just breaking everything down thoroughly. And I was like, yes, I definitely need to collaborate with the queen. And so now we are making that happen today. And we're going to be talking about some things that can signify whether or not a woman is deserving of you or not. And today's discussion was actually inspired by Miss Kendra of the Crimson Cure. And I want her to kind of tell us why she wanted to have this conversation and give like just a little background of what we're going to actually be diving into today.
All right. So the first thing that I want to do is thank the beautiful Miss Danica for having me on her platform. Everyone was like, "You and Danica need to hook up. You and Danica need to hook up." That's what y'all two queens need to get together. And it's not like I hadn't heard of you, of course, because you have a large platform. But I just had never really made my way around, And so I said, let me check out the sister. Let me check out what she's talking about. And I was just as impressed. I was like, okay, the sister is getting people together. She gathering these people together. Now she gathering together these women. Hello? She gathering together some of these dudes too. Boop. She gathering them all together too. I said, okay, the sister gathering folks together. Well, let me, what I'm saying, get on the bandwagon. Let me go ahead and, reach out to the sister. So how it really happened is somebody actually came into my chat room and said, you know what, we've been begging Danica to have you on the show and stuff like that. And she said you should email her. They actually super chatted it. And I said, well, okay. I said, well, let me go ahead and email the sister so that we can get something together. And girl, ever since then, the crown heads and the crimsonites, girl, they've been like, no, we got to do it. So I'm actually really, really, really thankful and grateful that you have me on the show. And I want to talk about the 4 areas, because I've talked about this on my channel. Okay. But when I listen to your content, Danica, I'm like, this go right in her wheelhouse too. We both can sink our teeth into this, because you talk about the worthiness of women or not being worthy in relationships. So I said, okay, this would be a good way for us to really connect and really to find some real true common ground, so we can both cook on this one, girl, because we see eye to eye with it, and I know that we do. And I think that the audience will definitely enjoy it. And so just to give a little bit of background on what 4 things I'm talking about, I call them the 4 T's. So they stand for time, toll, trouble, and threat. I don't know if you can let me share my screen because I got the chart, but whether we can or not, time, toll, trouble, and threat are 4 key areas that a man uses to vet a woman, because he's spending his time to get to know her.
Okay.
He's giving her time to prove her worthiness or not.
Okay.
He's paying the toll, because we know that getting to know a woman, you're going to pay something. And that toll can be money and or intangible things, parts of him, his masculinity. He's paying that. He's giving that to her. Her trouble is the trouble she comes with outside of the relationship. So, for example, she's got family issues. She's got, personal issues. It's problems that he didn't cause, that he don't have no bearing on.
Right.
What he's doing is seeing if he can deal with the type of trouble that that woman comes with. Is it something that he can handle in his life? And is he able to problem solve for that and actually get it to come to a minimum where he can really deal with it? And the trouble is also a woman's just general chaos, because we have chaos within us, and it's not good or bad. We just have it. And we just have it, and men have to contend with it if they're gonna be our man, and if they're gonna say you're my woman. And then the threat is multi-layered. This society we live in gives women a threat. Like, we just looking at Dr. Dre and Nicole Young. She gonna get $300,000 a month until she either get married again, which she ain't about to do it. Girl, the close-ups kill me. You kill me with the close-up. She about to get $300,000 a month. Y'all heard me. Until she either remarry, get into a serious relationship, or die. That's what he got. So those are the types of threats that the country gives women, because we're women and we live in a society that is geared towards feminism and those sorts of laws and rules. But then also a woman can come with her own threat. Here's what I mean. She causes trouble that he don't know about. He goes somewhere and get hemmed up and accosted by some people, and it's like, what you been doing? What you been doing? I gotta deal with it. That type of thing. She calls the police, or she's generally threatening. It can even be abuse from her, verbal or emotional or psychological, those types of things. So those are the threats. And a woman, if she wants a man to marry her, needs to bring those threats basically to zero. So that was kind of the basis of what we wanted to talk about today, sweetie pie.
All right. Now, I see we got 205 of us. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. 210 now. Again, you guys, we are joined today by the lovely Kendra of the Crimson Cure, and she's giving us a thorough breakdown today of some of the things that you guys should be using to vet and inspect these women to see if they are valuable or worthy enough of your time, your toll, the trouble, the threats, and most importantly, your life and your energy. And so again, you guys, y'all go ahead, like, share, comment, and subscribe. This is very much so up my avenue, up my alley. And I definitely want to dive deep into this discussion, because there are a lot of women that don't mind wasting a man's time. They don't mind coming through and just stringing men along, milking them for what they're worth, and then causing all kind of trouble, having this man pay the toll of having to deal with them, and then try to neutralize all the threats, all the while she's not doing anything of value or substance, to reciprocate or pour back into that man. A lot of women these days, I'm going to say, I call them GMO females, okay? Because I think it's a difference between women and females, okay? So the genetically modified modern day female, they are very much so users. And what they do, Kendra, is they make it bad for all women in general when they are making it to where men already have this idea of women being manipulators, women being gold diggers and users, and so on and so forth. Because if every woman that they encounter presents these types of dilemmas to them, it can get stuck in their minds to believe that, all women are the same. All women are like this. The same thing that females go through when they're dealing with no good dudes. You know what I mean? Like, dude after dude plays you or cheats on you, lies to you, whatever. After a while, you can become programmed to believe all men are like that. And so, with this breakdown, I feel like it will definitely help to weed out those GMO females so that men can choose properly and see if they are worthy of the 4 T's that you're breaking down today.
Exactly. And girl, that GMO be having me dead. I mean, they genetically modified, girl. They done changed them,
Genetically.
girl.
Yes. We need some organic. We need that organic in
Okay.
our lives,
I think we all kind of got our word for it because I call them hyenas. I call them
But you know what?
hyenas.
Hyenas is
Mhm.
a perfect word for them because, I like to watch, like, me and my husband, we like to watch, like, the Animal Planet and Kingdom and shit like that. And so
Mhm.
they were talking about how the hyenas are really uh the species where the females are like the leaders and they are the boss
Right.
and they dictate and all of that. So that is a perfect term for them. But
Mhm.
yeah.
So yeah, and when we talk about time, because we can break these down each one. When we
Okay.
talk about time, right?
Mm-hmm.
As how I really defined it, I said most men in today's society understand he has to invest the intangible and non-renewable resource of time to get to know a
Mm.
woman. He's determining if the reciprocity he received benefits him moving forward. Now, the most important part of time is the fact that it is non-renewable. Once time is gone, you can't get it back. Whether you
True.
spent it good, bad, or indifferently, the time is gone.
Right.
So it becomes one of the most important things, resources that anybody has, male or female. Now, when we talk about a genetically modified hyena, we gonna blend them, we gonna mix them. She typically does not care about time. Time is not valuable to her.
Mm.
She don't care about her own, and she don't care about nobody else's. These are the type of chicks that show up late with a bonnet on and dirty fur slippers. Okay. That's what she's doing. She don't care nothing about appointments, being on time. She constantly on CP time. And she don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Okay. If a man come to take her out on a date, she feel like she can be an hour and a half late and call that fashionably late. No, ma'am, you are just not on time, and I'm about to fold them, hold them, and fold them. Do you understand? I'm not taking you nowhere because you're hyena wasting your time. Right? So that's what that is. And so we gotta understand the difference, like you said, between a female and a woman,
Mm-hmm.
because these genetically modified females they take pleasure. I want the men to understand this too. They take pleasure in wasting a man's time.
Oh,
They want to see how much time you gonna waste because she knows she ain't about nothing. So
oh.
she want to see how much time you gonna waste on her because she know the time that you spend with her is wasted. She know that already. We gonna sip some water.
We gonna sip some water. Hold on.
Oh my goodness. So I really want to know because I've heard you go in on these things, Miss Danica, about the
Mm-hmm.
wasting of time. So I know you got a lot to say about this time issue and how men are supposed to vet according to that.
Well, I feel like all of us, when it comes to relationships, a lot of us do just rush. Um, and I feel like the men, they mostly rush because they are looking at, girl, look at that head and look at them breastises and look at that waist and look at that pretty face. And so a lot of men will allow women, and I'm gonna be real with my brothers. I keep it real with them. That's why they love me. That's why I love them, because we keep it real with each other. And we're brutally honest sometimes. A lot of my brothers are weak. and they fall for the flesh so easily, to the point where they will allow a woman, just because she is attractive, to come through and waste their time and string them along and so on and so forth. And all the vetting goes completely out of the window. And while I understand that, it's in a male's nature to be, very visual creatures and very physical in their approach and what they're looking for in women, I don't want them to become blinded by the physicality of a woman alone. So, brothers, that's kind of on you. Like, when you are experiencing a woman that is wasting your time, that is stringing you along, that is keeping you in this everlasting friend zone, yet she is, let's bring them back up on the screen. Yeah, she is wasting your time, causing you all of this trouble, making you pay, just to potentially one day, someday get out of a friend zone, or whatever the case is, whatever she's dangling in front of you to waste your time in the first place. You guys have to start, having some standards and boundaries for yourself, and not just allow a woman, just because, I'm sorry, a genetically modified modern day hyena female to just come through and do what she wants to do just because, so a lot of the time wasting, Kendra, I'm gonna be real with you, it does fall on the responsibility of the men, because the men are in control. Nobody can finesse you without your permission. It's up to you as a man or a woman to be able to vet and inspect. And like I said, I'm going to put that responsibility a lot more on the man, because the men are the leaders. Peep game on these women. If you start to see, I'm sorry, the genetically modified modern day hyena female, not the women. If you see these females out here and you're not getting any kind of reciprocation, any kind of real forward motion or movement, you should know I need to remove myself, especially if all she's doing is causing trouble in your life. Nobody needs to be strung along, have their time wasted, and also have to be Mr. Fix It. Mm-hmm. That's a problem. That's a major problem. And I just would like for my brothers to, take heed to this conversation that we're having today, so they really can have a thorough understanding of what to look out for and see if a woman is deserving of your time. Scope out the threats. Break down the threat for me again, sis. What are the threats that men should be looking out for?
Okay, so when I defined it, and then we can go into it, most men understand that because of current biological, cultural, and environmental circumstances, all women in today's society pose a potential threat as well as an automatic threat to him, whether they intend to or not. So when we say intend to or not, what we're really talking about is the laws, right? Because even when you are a woman that's about your business and about your femininity and your womanhood, it still stands that if I wanted to pull the trigger on a guy, I could get him for all that he's worth in a divorce settlement or something like that. But that's a threat that the state gives me. That's not anything that I'm working to get or even looking to use, right? So that's the automatic threat. But the personal threat that a female or genetically modified female will bring to the table is, they'll say stuff like this, Denise. Don't be tripping, because I'll call my brother on you. I know you ain't about the trip. I know. See, that's a threat. That's a threat. You try. She got the hammer, y'all.
Y'all know how these females be causing all the damn trouble. I'll call my brother. I'll bust your head. All this drama for what? But go ahead, continue.
For what? And so these are the threats. I will act crazy with you when you don't do what I want you to do. I'm going to keep your car. I'm going to bust your tires. I'm going to show up to your workplace and holler and scream and act a fool, and all of this type of stuff. That's what I'm going to do to you when you don't do what I want you to do. Act how I want you to act. Behave with me how I want you to behave with me. I'm going to pull all of these other things out of the woodwork to so-called make you act right. That's the threat.
Yep. Yep. And that's where I want to go into as far as um having these GMO females out here being able to kind of try to pull your card a little bit. Look out for that, fellas. If you, especially if you're not getting any return on anything, you're not getting any kind of forward motion, yet she's out here threatening you with things and just causing all kind of trouble. And I love that you put that within the four T's. A lot of females come through with all kind of trouble and all kind of drama, and they want you to help them and fix them, and all the while they're offering you absolutely nothing, for your investment. And the queen, I saw in the chat earlier, she said you have to be an asset, not a liability. A lot of
Exactly.
the females are liabilities out here, and nobody is calling them out. I'm going to be more specific. There's no real women calling it out, Kendra.
No.
It all women do. And again, they like to say that we're pick me's, we're panderers, we're capers of men, so on and so forth. Whatever the case is, that's neither here nor there.
Right.
Somebody has to be real and call a spade and be truthful. And the reason why a lot of us are getting set up for failure is because all of these females of today remove all the responsibility, remove all of the accountability off of the women and place it solely on the men. Now, earlier, I did hold men accountable. I did say, hey, fellas, you are the leaders. You are the ones that are supposed to be in that position to where you can be able to scope things out, see it for what it is, and make the proper move and decision. Not going to remove that. However, what women will do is say, well, it's completely the man's fault, while completely negating the fact that they have a role or they have a responsibility as well. So everybody needs to be held accountable. However, what I'm seeing today is women only holding the men to task while removing their own responsibility. And that's something I feel like me and you, Kendra, can kind of help to navigate better, to help women to kind of wake up a little bit. Because as quiet as kept, Kendra, a lot of women come to me, especially as of late. I don't know what's going on lately to where I got a whole bunch of new women subscribers, but they've been chiming in and they're like, look, it's a lot of things that I just simply did not know because nobody is talking about this. Nobody is really telling me it was a problem. They're not finding out that they're having a problem or that they're causing trouble until they're actually in the relationship and they're having to suffer the consequences of being left, not having solid, sturdy foundations and relationships, and so on and so forth. So these conversations are not only beneficial for the men, but it's also beneficial for us women as well, so that we can know and understand what we need to implement in order to have successful and healthy relationships and be of quality for these men and actually get chose. Because a lot of us are out here talking about, well, y'all just some pick me's. Well, women in general want to be picked. So
Exactly.
sit down, take notes, and see what can get you selected by a quality men that we're all looking for.
Exactly. And I'm glad that you brought up the things that the ladies are messaging you about them just not knowing and them finding out and them coming later on and saying, well, I just didn't know that, or I didn't realize this. And you know what? I got my theories on why that's so.
Okay.
I call it a gynocracy, the
Dynamic.
society or the culture that we live in. A gynocracy literally means a rule of women through policies. Okay.
Mm.
Specifically the black community, as it were, has been a gynocracy for probably about 70 years. Okay,
Wow.
or so. We have a rulership of women, and I know that you probably know of, the people in the chat know of, or have experienced the big mamas. She's over everything. Even if she got a husband, he better not dot that door. Okay, without big mama's approval and everything that's going on. And not just the big mamas. We have lived under fatherless homes for a while now. Many of us, not all of us, but many of us.
Mm-hmm.
not having ever seen the true interaction between a male and a female, a
Yep.
man and a woman, and how that interaction goes. When a young girl grow up and for whatever reason, it doesn't matter why, the relationship between her and her father either doesn't exist or is fractured, or she's witnessing bad dynamics between her mother and her father.
Mm.
She doesn't understand how to respond to things like male authority,
Mm.
things like a man's foresight, his provision, his
Yeah.
ability to problem solve, and the things that go along with that. What a man's protection really look like, because we got a lot of genetically modified hyenas that think men's protection is them being an attack dog, and it's not. That's not how men work. And then they take it. They don't understand really men's approach to procreation either. How men see children, how men see families, and they don't understand male nature. And the reality is they don't understand female nature either. They just don't
Oh.
know who they are, because we was raised by mostly women, a lot of us, and the women don't know who they are. Your mama ain't teach you what you was supposed to know, because she don't know. She ain't
Oh.
got no man either. Okay, her bedroom door was a revolving door. Do you understand that? All right, so you don't know, because she don't know. She couldn't tell you about what to do with no man. All she told you was you don't need no man. You can do this by yourself, and so get you some education so you don't have to depend on no man. Meanwhile, she, in all her 53 years of living, all she ever wanted was a man to take care of her and see to her and all this other kind of stuff, but she don't know how to act. That's why she don't got no man. That's why your daddy went away. So that's what she teaching you, and you runs all the men off because you don't understand. And what happens is, I'm gonna wind this down because I know you got a lot to say. What
No,
happens is
you
this:
good. You good. Go ahead.
she is being taught by the gynocracy how much she don't need a man. She's being taught to go against her own biology. She's being
Oh.
taught to go against her own nature, because women do need men. Men need women. That's why we here together. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we ain't procreating without one another.
Okay.
So she's being taught you don't need no man. You do this, you do that, and she's being taught if you go to school, you get you some money, this, that, and the third, then you'll be all right. See, they too busy being the men that they want. And then they get older and realize that the degree, the money, the house, the car, the clothes, this and that is not fulfilling to them, because that's not really the life of a woman. And I'm not saying a woman can't go to school and can't get no money and can't get no work. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying the life of a woman, the fulfillment of women actually come through men. So it's only when she get a little older, in her 30s and her 40s and all of this kind of stuff, then she get to thinking like, wait a minute, I've been going through and it was fun when I was able to pop these dudes in and out of here, but now it's getting a little harder. Dudes ain't really checking for me like they should. And you know, them 2 a.m. visits ain't really cutting it no more.
Oh, 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 oh. Bars, jewels, gems, fans, charcoal, heat, fire, ice, wind. You just dropped it all. And I love that you went there with the conversation, because again, shout out to the sisters that are coming to me, that are actually opening up and realizing their mistakes and wanting to do better, and seeking out that advice and that wisdom and that knowledge and understanding so that they can implement these things to do better. However, there is some things, you guys, that we do to ourselves based upon our upbringings. And I love that Kendra went there with this conversation. Our mothers taught us wrong. Her mother taught her wrong, so on and so forth. And I'm gonna go ahead and say something else, and I'm gonna add to what you just said, Kendra. Um, Not only do we have poor examples growing up as far as what a woman is, like you said, we're out here talking about wanting men, needing men, what a real man is, and we don't even know our damn selves. We don't know what a woman is. And so
Mhm.
not only are we battling that and dealing with that, but then we're growing up and maybe we are trying to make these adjustments and these changes, and maybe we do. And then we happen to find something that is solid, that is something that's a healthy relation to be in. And then you have those same women that maybe raised you, whether it be your mother or women that grew up around you, your sisters, your cousins, your aunts, whatever, they will actually start to try to sabotage your relationship and try to stunt your growth and call you pick me's and just really try to get into your head to get inside of your relationship to tear y'all apart. Because like you said, Kendra, every woman, I don't care who you are, okay, every woman deep down inside desires to have a solid healthy relationship with a man, okay? If you're heterosexual, which my platform, that's, we are heterosexual people, we desire to have a healthy dynamic with a man. And so anytime we see somebody actually happy, progressing, moving forward, evolving and growing. I mean, Kendra, I see it all the time. These women start to say, "Oh well, you changing, and that man, he trying to control you. He brainwashing you. You catering him to him too much. You do this and this and the third, and you put this on the back burner. You don't want to hang out with us anymore." And they will actually try to condemn that woman for actually realizing what her role is, what she's supposed to do, and actually having a healthy, strong relationship and dynamic. And to those women, I say you got to ignore those miserable GMO hyenas, okay? Because they deep down inside really want what you have, and they'll do whatever to try to come in between and sabotage. So once ladies, we do start to realize where we're coming up short, what we need to do better, you have to kind of eliminate those GMO females from your life and from your circle. And I don't care who they are. It can be your mama. Okay.
Exactly. You said a word. You really did say a word, sister.
But you know what? I don't mean to cut your bill, but I want to say this. I'm speaking from personal experience, Kendra.
You see, I got the church fan. Yes.
They will legit try to come and find something wrong, and nothing's wrong. And if you're not careful and you're not strong enough, they can get in your mind and start to make you second guess what you have going on, creating confusion within your household. So, ladies, there's nothing wrong with you learning, evolving, and growing, and realizing your mistakes, doing something about it, and actually implementing those things so that you can have a healthy relationship that every woman wants deep down inside. Remove the hyenas.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Queen. I'm sorry.
And now I can see why you spoke a word, because it comes from the experience. And I had that experience as well. When I first got married to my late husband, my mother, I'm gonna be nice today,
okay,
decided that she wanted to try to give me marital tips. Ma'am, your marriage didn't work, ma'am. Boop, knock it off. I know you ain't came over here trying to tell me what to do with mine. You ain't know what to do with yours. Okay. My daddy is gone up out of here because of you. So let's not play a game about like how you know about what to do with a man, because if you knew what to do with a man, my daddy would still be there, but he is not. So, and I had to tell her that to her face one time, Danica. I sure did. She sat there and was trying to school me. I just looked at her. I said, "Where my daddy at?" I can call him right now, and he gone. He left in 93. Girl, don't play with me. Stop playing games. But all jokes aside, you really did speak a word, because I call it trying to please the gynocracy. A woman will try to not be outcasted by the women around her, especially her family, especially her mother, especially her sisters and this and that, and her best friends and yada, yada, yada. And she doesn't want them to think bad or think that, I'm going to tell you what it is. She don't want them to think she's not in control of that relationship. And a lot of women who would have good marriages and relationships actually end up destroying them from the inside out. That's the trouble. End up destroying them from the inside out because she's listening to her mama. She's listening to all these women that ain't got no man, that don't know what's going on with her. They wouldn't know a good man if he came up just anything in her face. She wouldn't know. And she's telling you, you shouldn't be good to your man. And what if I want to be good to my man?
Exactly.
What if my man is good to me?
Right.
And all that I'm trying to do is reciprocate what I'm getting from him. I got an understanding between me and my husband. And here's a word to them ladies. I got a word of advice to them type of women. First of all, stop doing what your mama said because your mama don't know what's going on. Number two, stop telling your business, your house business, to your family all the time. Keep your mouth shut. Whatever you and your husband got going on between the four walls of your home, that is between you and your husband. However y'all want to carry y'all marriage, however y'all want to raise y'all kids, however y'all, whatever is working between you that is making your household peaceful and harmonious, that and you and everybody's okay with everything that's going on, then it ain't nobody's business what's going on in your household. It ain't nobody's business if your husband asked you to be home at a certain time and you agree to it, and that's what you doing. Girl, he controlling you. You should need a man to control you because you out of control. Do you understand that, you little Tasmanian devil? You need somebody to come along and just put you in a cage, all right? So that's what I'm doing with my man. And so you have to keep your family, especially when they meddling, out of your business with your husband and conduct your marriage. If they want to know something about your marriage, just smile and say, mm-hmm. That's all you got to do. They don't have to know no information. And then if they prying, tell them to go ask your husband. Another little tip. Stop letting your family disrespect your husband.
Oh.
Stop letting them disrespect your husband.
Oh.
Your mama and sister and cousins and all that stuff should never be able to say what you would not even say to your husband. They shouldn't be able to say boo-hoo to your husband without you with a hard check. You know how you used to do one of these? Even your mama. Okay? Stay up out my, don't talk to or about my husband like that. And if your husband make you mad, stop going around your family members having a pity party about what he done did to you, because all they gonna know, because later on that night you gonna be trying to get forgiven and get something else to get over that argument that you had. And then the next picnic family outing, they remember was you told them about an argument 3 weeks ago. Girl, bye. Stop shooting yourself in the foot with your relationship.
I'm telling you, and you just spoke another word. However, I can understand why we do it. You know, as women, we try to have bonding moments with our girlfriends or our mothers or our sisters or whoever, and we try to express certain things that maybe we are going through. But I'm telling you, the GMO female is so rampant today. Like, everybody is GMO. So you may come into talking to them and expressing things that may be concerns or whatever within your marriage or your relationship, you know, just to kind of vent a little bit, get some things off your chest. But they'll take that little bit that you said and they'll run with it and they'll blow it up and they'll maximize it and make it something that it was completely not, just to try to, you know, get into your mind to make you start to believe certain things and treat your man differently, or, you know, everything. So we just all have to be careful with that, ladies. And I understand we're women. We get emotional. We want to vent. We want to bond. We want to have, or we're seeking real, genuine advice. You know, we're trying to seek real, genuine advice as far as what we may be going through. But I'm telling you, it can be your mama. It can be your grandma. It can be anybody that is a GMO female, and they will try to sabotage you from the inside out. So, like my sis said, like, just keep things to yourself. And that's something I had to learn for myself. Even like, you can have a pure heart, come into it and pure intentions, not trying to, you know, have anybody feel a certain way about your man, but maybe you just want to express something. And then boom, they take and they run with it. They telling everybody else your business, making up stuff, you know, embellishing stories and all kind of things. just keep it to yourself, ladies. Especially if you know you're not going to leave, for one. And then on top of that, if you know it's not that deep, it's not that damn serious, talk to your man about it. Y'all figure that out together, you know. And that's just something I had to learn even for myself.
Exactly. And I had to learn that as well in my marriage. I was like, you know what? I have got to condense the nonsense with telling folk. And then my mother was never trustworthy with information anyway. So I'm like, okay, I can't tell you nothing. You would just turn that around. We just ain't even gonna talk to you, baby. You can't know what's going on in my house, baby. It's just if I got to cry to the Lord, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna cry to the Lord about it, because I'm sure not gonna come to you about it. At least if I cry to the Lord about it, it won't be all over Chicago when I'm done telling the story. So here's the thing. If we can move on to toll.
Okay.
To the toll. Now, a genetically modified, and if I may, I see my A game family in the house. And I am so honored that y'all have come through to support. I really am. But let me go ahead and continue. A genetically modified female gonna make you pay.
Break it
And
down.
she ain't gonna give you nothing. She might give you that little dusty, rusty, busty box. She might give you that. It's dusty, musty, and rusty. You might have to make her soak in a tub of bleach and gain before you tap that. Okay, you might just have to. These women out. Don't get me started on this hygiene. I ain't gonna go there. That's another discussion. Okay. She'll make you pay and pay and pay. And I want the brothers to listen very carefully. The toll you pay is not just money. And a lot of times brothers will skip vetting time and jump right to toll. And then complain about the money that you spent. But you should not be spending no money on no woman that was never worth your time to begin with. If she was never worth time, and when a woman is worth time, that means the time outside of the bed, not in it. Because, if she any good in bed, she'll be worth that little time. But when we say time, we talking about, is she worth, do you even want to talk to her after you done with that? Do you even want her in your presence after you done with that? Do you like her at all after you done with that? If the answer to these previous pertinent questions is no, then you shouldn't be spending no time. And you certainly should not be spending no toll on her at all. And like I said, the toll is not just money. The toll is also the toll it takes on you to be around her. Because a lot of these genetically modified females is genetically modified vampires. They time and money vampire that suck you dry, okay, and not the way you like it.
Now, hold up, Miss Kendra. Now, these genetically modified modern day vampire female hyenas, they are a little bit sneaky. They're a little bit witty. So they just might suck you dry so that they can get that toll in that time. So you gotta be careful, fellas. Yeah, because I'm gonna tell y'all, these females are very witty and cunning with their movements. Okay. Which is why, again, a lot of men, Miss Kendra, can get finesse in the first place. This is why they want to, they don't, this is why they end up wasting their time, paying tolls, going through trouble and all of that, and dealing with all of her threats and stuff that she brings to the table, whatever the case is, because they are putting it down on them, you know. They are giving them that little bit of suck it with that, you know. And then the men are just like getting confused. They feel like, well, I mean, you know, she does this right though, and so I'm willing to go there with her because she's doing this and she's doing that, and she looks like this and she looks like that, and so all of that does tie in, okay? Because so I'm not even gonna sleep on that. These females are scandalous and they're smart with it. They know exactly what to do to finesse and seduce and reap the benefits, and at the end cut you loose. Okay, they will seduce and then cut you loose. Be careful.
Exactly. And I'm glad that you brought that up, because they will whip a dude, hypnotize him with it. And then what they'll also do is fake. And here's the fake. Here on the Nika Marie Dope Discussions, we tell the truth. But the truth, the whole self help us God.
Okay.
So now, this is what they do. This is what it is. me.
Go ahead.
This is what they do. They fake fellas like they worth time. Okay. They fake nice and they will fake femininity. Now, you may ask, Crimson Cure, Miss Danica, how do I know if they faking? Because that's where the other two, the trouble and the threat vet, reveals whether or not the time one is a lie, and whether or not that fake femininity is fake or not. Because the trouble is the constant problem and the constant fire for you to put out. She constantly got something going. This is a chaotic woman that don't have no order or structure in her life, and she ain't never submitted to none of it. So all she got is a bunch of chaos. Her femininity is weak. When all she got going on is something for you to do, you, not her, you to do, to put a fire out for her. And no matter how many buckets of water you throw on it, the fire ain't never out. She got this going on with her kids. She got that going on with her mama. She got a crazy ex. She got something going on at work. She got something happening over here. And as you attempt to put these fires out, and whatever you are telling her to do to alleviate these problems, you notice that the problems ain't never really alleviated. She ain't listening. She's not submitting to your ability to problem solve, and she's not submitting to the order that you're trying to actually bring to her life to reduce the trouble that she's actually causing in her own life. We're going to sip some water.
Hold on, y'all. All right, we got 530 of us. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. We are joined today by the lovely, beautiful Miss Kendra of the Crimson Cure, and she's giving us a thorough breakdown of some things, four things rather, that you guys out there should be looking out for as far as the vetting process, as far as females and women are concerned. That way you guys are not out here getting used and abused, and you'll know how to navigate better as far as relationships are concerned. And, you know, she's breaking down the time aspect, the toll aspect, the trouble, and the threat. And we're learning, and we're jumping into this conversation, and it's multi-layered, and we just having a good grand old time. And I love your energy.
Such a good time. I love your energy. I am loving and enjoying this. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah, and because it's real talk, you know, when it's unfiltered. And this is exactly what we've been missing and what we've been needing, you know. And again, ladies, This is not to have men to be distrustful of us or side eye us and everything. As long as we're doing what we need to do as women, we have nothing to worry about. You know what, Miss Kendra? I find that only the females that are guilty are the ones that are barking and getting mad and hyena and up and shit. They are the ones that are so mad because we're exposing their ways and actions, and they won't be able to, try to manipulate and control and take advantage of guys because we're telling the guys what to look out for. And so real women, we have no problem with these kind of conversations and discussions. We agree with them, we learn from them, we evolve from them, we grow. It's only the women out there that are trying to finesse that are having a problem.
Only hit dogs holler, and only hyenas scoop dirt with their back feet. So, that is what it is. And like you said, women like us, we're married already. I was married before for 20 years. We actually can get through that process. We can get through that vetting process, whether it take 5 months, 6 months, a year. Because listen, women who can get through that vetting process, we ain't sitting nowhere 90 years with the same man and he won't put no ring nowhere. And he using up all your time. See, listen, I don't know why he won't marry me. Because you ain't got your femininity together, girl. You a placeholder. I need you to understand and know that you placeholding, girl. That's why when he found that other woman, he married her in 6 months. He been with you for 5 years. Now, I ain't saying that it's right. I'm saying that that's what be happening a lot of times. And women don't understand why she's with a man that she really, really won't. And he won't marry her because you're not. He's looking at these 4 things, whether he got the terminology for it or not. He's looking at these 4 things, and 1 or 2 of them, you failing somewhere in it. It's something about you that he can't get over, even if he love you. It's something about you that he cannot get around. He can't get over, around, under, or through. And you just, he trying, and he can't. And usually, I'm gonna tell you another trick and a trap that these women throw for y'all brothers. We trying to help you out. We trying to put you up on game. A real good hyena fake that time toe and that trouble.
Oh,
but what she can't fake is the threat. I'm gonna give you an example.
Oh, go break it down now. Hold on.
Let's say you got a few dollars.
You got a few dollars, right?
You got a few dollars. Is it? You got some money. You got
a little change.
You got a little change riding around in the pocket.
Okay.
And she just is nice and she dainty and she, I love your mama, and all that. Your friends like her. She cute. You figure she been down with you. She done held you down a little bit. She supported you when you went through this. She supported you when you went through that. You want to marry her. You got enough change to say, babe, would you sign a prenup for me? A prenup? This what they'll do, brother. You don't trust me? I trust but verify. What is you talking about? Trust but verify. I trust that my car won't just roll off in the middle of the night, but I'm sure gonna turn it off, put it in park, and lock it. So what is you doing? So what are we really talking about? And see, a GMO will have a problem with that, Miss Danica, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because she'll try to frame it as, well, you don't trust me, so what kind of relationship do we have? The reality of that request isn't so much about trust. It's more about he's trying to remove that last threat off the table. Ooh. So that he can marry you. He don't mind sharing what he got. He gonna do that anyway. That's the provision. You gonna take part in what he got, because that's how men think. If he see you as his, then a man is going to give his wife what he earns. He going to share with her. I ain't never messed with no man that ain't gave me nothing. I don't know what kind of men y'all messing with. I ain't never had no man mess with me the long way and don't give me $1. He gonna give me something and he ain't paying for it. You know, I ain't proing. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't like that. But what the men feel like is you valuable enough. You will worth my time so I can pay some toll for you. That's what he's thinking. I don't know what kind of females. I don't know what kind of men y'all dealing with. He won't give me nothing. That's probably because you don't see he's worth nothing. So you ain't worth nothing but that little 2 a.m. that he throw on you. Then he out of there. He don't even want his friends to know he slid in and slid out. He don't want them to know. He certainly ain't finna give you no money, girl. He ain't even finna take you. He might bring you a Taco Bell burrito. Oh. Might.
Can I get some sour cream on the chalupa? Like,
he ain't gonna bring you no large Sprite or nothing. He just gonna bring you that dry burrito had you in the bathroom at 4 a.m.
Can I get a caramel empanada or something? Do they even sell those anymore? I'm vegan, so I don't know. I'm vegan, I don't know, but dang, like, can she get some cheese on there? Can she get a little sour cream? She don't get a chicken nugget.
You just, he done brought you in them 2 little dry little tortillas with that little meat in there. You don't know where that meat came from.
Damn, can I get some taco sauce? You know, a little lettuce, okay? A little diced tomato. I can't get a diced. Dang.
Can't get a diced tomato.
Can't get a damn diced tomato.
Nacho fries or nothing.
But that's true. Like, that's another element now, Miss Kendra. You know, the ladies, we have got to start vetting and inspecting ourselves. You know, if you're doing X, Y, and Z for a man and you're not getting any kind of I don't know, how can we put this, Kendra? You're not getting any kind of reciprocation back from him, so to speak. You're not getting any toll from him, you know. You're not getting any kind of quality time from him. All you get is a roll in the sack, and then he ain't coming back. That's a problem. And then a lot of us women will get, or females, we'll get in our feelings and say, well, he did this to me and they did this to me. Like Miss Kendra said, why are you messing with guys that are not getting or giving you anything for your value, for your time, for your energy, for your love, for your effort? That's a problem. Men and women need to start implementing things into the vetting process, and most importantly, analyzing our role in why certain things are happening or not happening to us.
Exactly. I'm so glad you brought that up, because this time told trouble and threat is what women need to make themselves worthy to receive 4 things from men. The 4 basic things that a woman should be receiving from a man is his provision, his problem solving, his protection, and his procreation. 4. His provision is not just the physical things that he can provide. But provision actually breaks down into foresight. Pro to be for, and vision is vision, your sight. Men have foresight, women have insight.
Okay.
A man's foresight, he uses that to see what's coming ahead. If he needs to problem solve for problems that have not arrived yet, then his provision, his foresight is for that issue. His problem solving is tied to his ability for foresight. When he problem solves, that means he's thinking of every possible way that he can bring peace and harmony between y'all in y'all household and how y'all operate and move. He's using critical thinking and linear thinking. See, women don't understand men. We this gynocracy got us thinking, and men think like women, and they don't. Men have a linear thought process. I call it filters. Men's logic and reason filters are at the top and their emotion is at the bottom. Women's emotional filters are at the top and our logic and reason is at the bottom. So just to break that down a little bit, I'll give an example. If something is like a accident or a death in the family or something, some emergency happens and a man is around, the first thing that he do is not going to cry. The first thing that a man is going to do is start organizing things. He gonna start getting stuff together. Okay, you go over here. Okay, I need you to call such and such. Okay, I need this to happen right here. Now I need you to stop crying. Stop. I need you to go over here and do. See, he gonna start organizing because his mind, his logic and reason is first. When the emergency calmed down, and let's say it was something traumatic, a death or something like that, then he hits his emotion. He might cry. Or he might, man, that was it. But this is after he set things in order so that things won't go haywire. Okay. A woman in that same situation, first thing we're going to do, I can't believe this is going on. Oh, Lord. Oh, see, but that's being a woman. Now, after we kind of had that initial emotional reaction, then we'll be able to listen to our husband say, now, I need you to calm down, baby. This is what I want you to do. I know it's hard, but I need you to do X, Y, and Z so we can get this done. Okay? I need you now. He'll calm us down and say, okay, I need you to think. That's when we come through our emotion, and now we can get to the logic of listening to him so that we can support him in his problem solving for us. A man's protection, men think of protection like prevention. He don't like dealing with stuff after the fact. He like preventing it from happening in the first place. So he don't want to deal with the burglar after they done came in the house. He wants to put the security parameters up. He want to make sure you know what to do. If he do got to go downstairs, baby, the Glock is right there. And I need to know how to shoot. You understand? If I don't come back up and them footsteps ain't mine, you know what to do. He trying to prevent. See, a lot of these genetically modified female hyenas think that a man's protection is an attack dog. Oh, he did this to me. And your man's supposed to come running to gun down or fight or get into some type of altercation, half cocked, he don't know the story, you know what I'm saying, and all that kind of stuff. And this is part of the threat that women will do. She'll go around and she will make trouble. She'll come tell her husband that somebody done violated her, knowing that his protective instincts is going to come up and he going to want to protect her physically. He going to want to protect her honor. He going to want to protect, and he'll strike out with nothing on his mind, but my wife was violated.
Right.
My woman was violated. Let me take care of it. And he'll end up in a world of trouble because who he came to confront, you never know who he is and what he's going to do. These are the types of things. And I'm going through it like this because the last one, before I say that, the last one is procreation. We have to stop using, well, not us. Genetically modified females need to stop using men like baby making vending machines. Okay. All he got is something I want to make me a baby, because see, they find it easier to be mothers than wives anyway, because mothers ain't got no standards other than the standards that she make, and a wife mean that he got some standards for her to live up to and she can't do it. So this is why we got so many single mothers, because they can't tolerate no leadership or nothing like that. So they couldn't submit if they wanted to. So being a mother is easier and all of that kind of stuff. So if a woman is not receiving all four and she knows she a quality woman, you need to exit yourself out of that man's life quietly peacefully and with some grace and femininity about yourself. Don't be trying to tear him down as you go and all that kind of stuff. Just be in him a fond farewell. Say, baby, I don't think this is gonna make it, or whatever you gotta say, and I wish you the best. And and then you go find you a man that's got them things so that you can go ahead and be the woman that you need to be with him. But see, too many of these genetically modified females is getting D, procreation. You getting a quarter of a man, and then you end up living with him, talking about why he ain't doing what he's supposed to do. Did he ever do anything that he was quote unquote supposed to do? You want him to pay a bill. When was the last time you ever witnessed him pay a bill? Girl, he wouldn't even buy you Starbucks when y'all went over there. You bought one for him. Girl, I ain't trying to hear that crazy stuff.
He ain't give you a diced tomato.
He did not.
All right, y'all. Again, we got the beautiful, lovely Miss Kendra from the Crimson Cure. Y'all make sure y'all go over and like, share, comment, and subscribe to her channel and check out some of her content. Miss Kendra, we got a lot of donations. Shout out to everybody. I'm sorry I wasn't able to acknowledge you guys. I did do my best to pull you guys up on the screen and everything like that. I see Lake. He has a question, Kendra. He says, question for both of y'all. I'm 31 and getting close to making significantly more money annually. I have dated, but never a relationship because of finances. There's a lot of people in their 20s coupling up now, so I feel like I missed out. Am I wrong?
Are you letting me go first?
Oh, yeah. I'll let you go.
Oh, okay. Because I was waiting on you.
I'm sorry.
Okay. From my perspective, I don't think that you're wrong. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you just made in your 30s, 31. Yeah. Most men don't start really making the money that they're going to make until they in their 30s, 40s, and sometimes 50s. That is when they get very stable. See, a lot of women think men's supposed to be stable in their 20s. He just got out his mama house just like you did. Heifer, you still in your mama house 25 with 2 kids. We're talking about what a man's supposed to have to give you. Girl, bye. Knock that off. So when a man is in his 20s, he's still finding his way. He's still finding his purpose. He's finding his ability to be a leader. He's finding his ability to set up a system, order, and structure. So it's not wrong, in my opinion, that you wait, because as a man, when you have a woman, you have to have some of that stuff in place. You got to have something for a woman to do in a relationship, is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with you. And on top of that, like, what you're doing by waiting or by having waited is you're building more of your foundation. You know, a lot of people out there, they may be mingling and dating and everything, and you may be feeling like, well, dang, I have everything I need or that I want, whatever, but I don't have the woman. Take a look around. You know, everybody that's in a relationship is not happy. You know, they're not setting those foundations first, which is why a lot of our relationships are collapsing. You know, it's always going to be pros and cons to everything. So yeah, they may be able to experience somebody and lay down with somebody and have somebody to spend quality time with, and so on and so forth. However, a lot of those couples, they are drowning a lot of the times, so while you're out here being productive and progressive, actually being able to solidify a sturdy foundation for when you do get into a relationship, hopefully with a quality woman, they're going to be trying to catch up to you, and they could be very well wasting their time within that relationship. So they could be missing out on their opportunity to get in a more stable situation by them being in these rocky relationships to begin with. We don't know, so never feel like you have to compare your situation to the next person. That's why I always focus on self. I'm always about, what am I doing? What do I need to do? I'm not worried about what other people are doing. I'm never comparing my life to somebody else. That is so miserable. Never do that. All you can do is focus on yourself, because you don't know what those people are going through personally. You got your own things that you're going through personally, and all you can do is focus on your own self progression. So feeling like you're missing out, that's counterproductive thinking in and of itself. You're not missing out. You're building, you're growing, you're evolving, And one day you're going to be able to share whatever you've built with somebody that is of quality and substance one day too. So don't get distracted and don't think that everything that's glittering is gold. It can just be, a little bit of spray paint. Okay. So just relax. Don't get in your feelings. Don't feel like you're missing out on anything. Just keep being focused and productive. And one day you'll have the best of all worlds. You'll have a sturdy foundation in a relationship. And on top of that, you'll have the finance to be able to support a family and yourself. All right.
I agree with that. Definitely. So there you have it, brother. Hopefully we was able to help you out.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Again, the beautiful Miss Kendra in the building. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. I don't know how much time you got, sis, but I do want to make sure I'm able to share your beautiful gifts that you guys created for me. And I want to show that to everybody right now.
Please do.
Yes. First and foremost, tell me who your team is and what they do, what you guys do. I want to make sure that they get their roses and their flowers and their recognition as well. Putting it together for us.
The A Game family is headed by Father's Time, and you've seen him in the chat room. That's
I saw Father's Time.
And it was Father's Time and his team that created that gift. They just really wanted to support you. They really want to support the people who are in this space, who are telling the truth, who are really trying to do good work between Black men and Black women. And they took that time to create that gift. I thought it was awesome when he came to me and said, do you think the sister would like that? I'm like, yes, she would like that. And I thought it was such a wonderful, kind gesture. And the rest of my A Game family, you'll see the Bishop in here. You'll see Sheep Stay Sleep TV in here. And of course, I got my Crimsonites in here, my subscribership, which I'm so happy that they were able to come through and show some support as well. So it's really, if you want to pick out somebody to thank for that gift, that would be Father's Time.
Shout out to you, Father's Time. I love it. I'm going to be sharing that every live stream. It's going to be like my little plug-in commercial. But I want to share this with you guys. And again, thank you so much, sis, for coming in and sharing your knowledge and your wisdom with us today. But I want to go ahead and share this lovely gift that Father's Time and the A Game family and my good sis, Kendra, created for me. Check this out, you guys.
Submission. Okay, let's be honest. We've been programmed to hate that word. Want to change that and tap into your feminine energy at the same time? You can. Introducing Submission is Not the Enemy. A basic yet powerful book, written in simple language, practical, and easy to digest. It's your first steps on your journey to perfecting the woman inside of you. Available at Amazon.
That was so awesome.
I love it. Y'all go and get this book. It's super dope. Thank you so much, Queen. Oh, she got hers too. Look. Y'all go and get this. Shout out to Father's Time. Shout out to the A Game family. Shout out to Kendra. I really do appreciate and love you guys so much. That was super awesome of you guys and very thoughtful. And like I said, I'm going to be playing that commercial every live stream, okay? Just so people can see, what you guys created for me. And also, it benefits us all. People get to see my book and advertise it, and then we get to advertise each other. That's beautiful. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it.
You are so welcome, sweetheart. We're more than happy to do it for you.
Thank you. And again, I don't want to keep you too long, Queen. So let us know. Anything else you want to break down for today's discussion?
I
got time, but so I ain't rushing you. I'm just trying to be considerate of your time.
It's okay, because I do have a little something to do after this in just a little bit. But I just want to say this once again. I am so thankful and grateful for you inviting me onto your platform. Your work is awesome. Your content is awesome. Your setup is beautiful. And you beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
The lionesses is beautiful, baby. Look, we the
Thank
melanin
you.
is popping, okay? So, I just want to thank you. I just want to thank your crown heads. That's what you call them.
Yeah,
Your crown
crown head.
heads
Mm-hmm.
for really pushing. The Crimsonites was really pushing. And it was really the subscribership that was like, y'all need to come
Yeah.
together because y'all dope. Y'all need, So I'm so glad that they did that. I had a wonderful time here with you, having this talk with you, sister. Your spirit is very sweet and it's just very open. And I'm very, very appreciative. So thank you once again so much, sweetheart.
Thank you so much. I'm glad we were able to collaborate finally. And you like I said, I dropped in and watched some of your content, and you are thorough with your breakdown. I love how you bring up the screens. Y'all need to go and subscribe to Sis because she breaks it down to a T, to a science for us. I'm mad that she wasn't able to control behind the scenes and be able to share screen because she breaks it down thoroughly. And I was trying my best to kind of accommodate her because I don't know how to do all of that. I ain't technical and all of that. I ain't tech savvy, but since she's very good at what she does, so you guys please, crown heads, go over there and support the good sis Kendra. She's dope. She's is fair and balanced. I love that about her. She's holding women accountable, holding men accountable. But what I really love about Kendra is that she is trying to kind of shed a light on the things that women can work on, because again, we need more beautiful women out there that are out there trying to correct the errors and do better. It's too much pacifying. It's too much of the women out there that are trying to cater for each other and make it seem like we do no wrong, which in turn makes us have the same and repeat the same dead end cycle. So y'all go and check her out. She's really dope. I really do appreciate you for joining us, Kendra. I know you got stuff to do. I just want to say I'm grateful for you. I thank you. And thanks for sharing your audience with mine.
No problem. Thank you for sharing your audience with me. Thank everybody for coming through. I really, really appreciate
Thank
all of
you.
the support for this event. I really looked forward to it. And hopefully we'll be able to, collaborate again in the future. I think we
Absolutely.
got some more stuff to talk about, girl,
Ah,
because we
yes.
really
You
done.
already know we do. You already know we do. But we're getting ready to get up off of here, you guys. Again, we love you. We respect you. We support you. We thank you all. Welcome to all of the Crimsonites in the building. I hope you enjoyed our platform. You enjoy our discussions, and I hope that you come back. And Crown Heads, y'all definitely need to go over and support the Crimsonites because they're dope as well. But I'm gonna let you go, Queen. I love you. I thank you. I support you, and it's just an honor. That's all I can say.
All right. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And you welcome. And we should do this again. We'll do this
We
again.
will. We will. All right. All right, you guys. We're getting ready to go ahead and wrap this up. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next dope discussion. We hit 96K yesterday. So when we go live again on Sunday, we're going to do our, what do we call it? Our milestone membership giveaway. Okay. So what you guys need to do is become channel members. And each time that we meet a new milestone on our channel, we give away that amount of money to one of our channel members. So we hit 96K yesterday. So when we go live again on Sunday, I'm going to be selecting a channel member to give $96 to, so on and so forth. Every milestone we're going to be giving a giveaway. All right. And once we hit 100K, you guys, we're going to be giving away $100 to 3 channel members. Now, you guys, I make these posts. I made the post yesterday for the members. If you're not a member, you did not see this post, but I asked for cash apps yesterday, and I saw some people commenting. When we go live on Sunday, you may be the lucky $96 winner for our 96,000 subscriber. Okay, so let's go ahead, continue to evolve and grow and build. And again, you guys, I love y'all. I thank you. I support you because you support me, and we pour back in each other. All right, you guys. So become a channel member so I can give you some damn money. I'm trying to help y'all for helping me. Okay. And the reason why I made it for members is because the members are the ones that are dedicated to constantly making sure that they are, funding the platform. So I want to make sure I definitely get back to you guys. So don't miss out, members. Go check the community wall. And I asked for cash apps. Go check the community wall. Let me know what your cash app is, and you may be selected. All right. But I gotta go, you guys. I love you. I support you. I respect you. Sorry, Danica Marie. We are out. Much love and peace.